I never got into the military because the war ended just as I got out of medical school. So I had to build my own Air Force.
And he did. Louis Vallar is the owner of a restored Boeing Stearman, an 80-year-old plane and one of 4 military aircraft that's part of his family's aerial arsenal.
But it was training the naval aviators that went to war.
Aerial roots in this family go deep.
I basically came out of the womb and they handed me a wrench, so.
These two are residents.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
And thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Back in the saddle on November the 15th, 2021.
What are the things that you're most ashamed of?
Well, there's too many to name, unfortunately.
Why do you have to be right?
I don't always have to be right. I am wrong sometimes.
What are you so angry about?
I am not angry, so I don't know what you're talking about this morning, Dr. Phil. It's 6:07. Mr. Clock, would you certify the time, please?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
6:07 a.m. It's Evan and Bonnie in the morning on the Get Up and Go show, and we are coming off one heck of a weekend from the Stewart Air Show. Bonnie, all I got to tell you is wow. One word describes it. Wow.
It was wow and awesome, fascinating. And, I think we really needed it. This town really needed it. And so did the Stewart Air Show.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed that it just went off so terrifically well. And everything went off without any rain coming down. I think throughout the entire weekend, right?
It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. I was there on Saturday along with you. I started off in our booth at 9 a.m., stayed till about 12:30-ish. Ray got there. He got there about 11:30. You got there right after I left. Carol was there the entire time, and we got to meet so many of our great listeners. The VIP tent was amazing. The food was phenomenal. Everything was great.
Yeah, they served me up some chicken and ribs when I got to the VIP tent, some delicious potato salad, and I believe it all came from Mulligan's.
Yeah, it was great. Just the food was just the whole atmosphere, the whole demeanor, everybody's. I think, like you said, Bonnie, you summed it up. You really, truly did. Stuart, Florida needed this. They did.
We did, after the last couple of years and what everybody went through. And I remember being home on a Sunday. Was it last year or the year before? I'm anticipating going. But then I'm turning on the news and looking at the weather conditions, which were absolutely
we got told to stay home, basically.
Yeah,
because
we did.
It was just it was a monsoon. It was a mud fest.
You know what, Evan, my favorite part of the show, I made it to that VIP tent just in time to witness. I witnessed that Shockwave jet truck.
That thing was, I saw it earlier in the day, and I saw that thing, and wow, you could have put a marshmallow on a stick and held it up, and you would have been able to roast a marshmallow. That thing, they ran that bad boy down the track at over 300 miles an hour. Wow.
And
incredible.
It was a crowd pleaser, and definitely it was the moment that thing came out and the moment it started making the sounds in the jets, it was just like everybody had to look like, oh, look at that. It was like something you see in a movie.
Yeah, the fire shooting out the top, and then all the white smoke coming out the back, and then the fire coming out the back, and it was just like, wow.
And, we were in like broad daylight in the sunshine. So I'm looking into the sun. I should have had my phone ready, but I get my phone ready as it's out, and I'm taking all these pictures. I'm thinking to get a bit. I take them home to show Gary, and then it's all these pictures of my face and me looking up. I had my
the camera was the wrong way.
The camera.
Oh no, Bonnie. Shame on you. You lost all those damn good pictures.
Oh yeah, but
so you got your beautiful face in there. Okay, why not?
No, not. It was just like looking up in fascination of this thing and too many of the face.
All right, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Not of the jet truck.
You came in this morning with this letter, and this really is personal for me because when a child and a family takes a moment to write a letter of thanks, that really weighs heavy on my heart in a good way.
This is a beautiful thing. This
it
is
really
a very
is.
beautiful thing.
This made the morning when you handed this to me, because I wish more families would do stuff like this. It's just such a beautiful thing. I'm going to take a moment if I could read it on the air.
Yeah, go for it.
Lovely family had won some tickets to the air show, and they came and picked them up for me last week. I don't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I don't remember what day it is. I was engineering one of the shows, and they snuck up behind me, and I didn't hear them, and it
The whole
startled
family
me.
did,
Yeah, the
or
whole family.
just Joe?
The whole family was
Oh
here.
man,
Oh yeah, the kids were here. Everybody was here.
who I got a chance to meet at the air
Yeah.
show on Saturday.
So they handed you this beautiful letter, and it says, "Thank you for the air show tickets. If you are there, I hope you enjoy it too. Love, Hannah and Hunter, ILY, which means I love you."
That's very
And
so
then
sweet.
the dad at the bottom wrote, "Thanks so much to Holbrooks, Joe, Sonia, Hannah, and Hunter."
Beautiful family, and oh so nice.
This is like,
And I
wow.
asked them if they wanted to win some food from Ellie's Deli from us. They said, you know what, we already won tickets, so we kind of won enough. We'll leave our name out of the drawing
Wow.
for someone else to win.
That's amazing.
Yeah, really nice.
That's amazing.
Nice people.
Really amazing.
And
So
the kids were very cute.
Mhm.
Sonia, the mom, had taken a picture of me with the kids, and
Yeah.
I think should be on. She might be putting it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
I don't know if it's there yet or if
Okay.
it is, but
I met a gentleman at the air show. I don't know if he's listening this morning, but he was at the air show with his daughter. Very beautiful young lady, very
Yeah.
sweet young lady, dynamic personality, came into town from Jacksonville, Florida with her dad. Her dad is an avid listener of G and Ray up at the morning show. He goes,
Okay.
"No offense," he says, "but that's, who I listen to. I'm loyal to them. But I do listen to you guys when you're blended," he said.
uh-huh.
And I almost said to him, "Well, you have no other choice.
That's
You're
right.
stuck with us." So so they listened to G, and I was like, I really enjoyed my conversation with him because him and I came from the same mold. He
Oh.
used to go to the bars in Fort Lauderdale that I
Okay.
DJ'd in
So
back in the day.
you might
We're
have
the
ran
same
into
age.
one another a
Possibly.
while
We're
back.
literally of the same age,
Paths
just
have
about.
crossed before.
Yeah. So he used to go to places like Christopher's, September's, the Rooftop Lounge, JW's East and West, the Crown Lounge. I could just go on and name all these bars that I used
Yeah.
to DJ in, and he used to go to all these. So we got to talking and just about what it was like back in the day with the drugs and alcohol. And
Wow.
I told him
The
I'm a very
80s, the wild 80s.
the wild
right?
80s. And I told him I'm a very straight edge person. I don't do those kind of things. Never did, and I never will. And he was kind of like taken back by that I was like that. And
You
I was
did
like,
have the long hair
yeah,
back in the day.
well,
But
I had no hair back in the day. I was still bald
I
back
thought
then.
you had some long hair going.
Well,
like,
back in the day, it was down to here.
Yeah.
It was down to the shoulders, but it was only in the back. I had like this long mullet going on.
Still very long.
Yeah.
Like a horse's mane in the back.
Yeah, thanks. Great. Now I look like a horse's backside. That's all right. No problem.
Some of those guys did back in the day. It's like, am I looking at you, fella, or am I looking at a
There
stallion?
you go. There you go. I'm a colt. Okay. So anyway, so we got to talking, and then I got to talking to his daughter, and she told me that she's not married, she has no kids, she's single,
Ooh.
and it's just her and her pup,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they live in Jacksonville. And I was blown away that she was of her age. She told me how old she was because
Okay.
I thought she was like 22, 23.
Yeah.
She looked fantastic for her age. So she told me her age, which I'm not going to say on the radio out
Don't
of
want to
respect.
reveal that.
No. So we got to talking about why she's single and why she doesn't go on the dating apps and swipe left and swipe right. And she has standards. And I like that. The fact that I met a young lady that has standards.
And it's kind of dangerous to go on those dating apps.
Mhm.
Can't they get like your information,
Yeah.
steal information
Yeah.
from you,
Yeah.
get into your bank accounts?
So I asked her, I'm like, so tell me about what you look for in a first date. And we got into a whole conversation. And she says, well, one thing I don't like is a guy that's full of himself.
Yeah, maybe she must have ran into a number of those.
Probably.
Maybe so.
I asked her about what about somebody that drinks or indulges in some other things.
Yeah.
And she goes, that I don't hold them against. as long as it's not habitual.
Hmm.
And then we got into some other topics and things like that. And then we got talking about church and the Lord and things like that.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
And she is a godly woman as
Does
well.
she give a religion that she is any certain denomination?
Yeah, I'm not going to say.
Okay.
Again, I'm not going to. I don't want to reveal too
Protestant?
much. I'm not going to reveal, just out of
I mean,
respect.
I guess the reason I ask is because
Mhm.
I grew up Protestant with the
Mhm.
Lutheran,
Mhm.
and I'm Presbyterian
Mhm.
in that line.
Mhm.
So just curious.
No, that's okay. That's all right. The long and the short of it is, though, we all serve the same God, whether you're a Protestant, Christian,
That's so right.
whatever it is, we all serve the same God.
That is so true.
But got to talking with her and things like that, and then in closing, when she was about ready to leave, I said to her, I said, "Listen," I says, "one day God will put somebody with you, and you will find your happily ever after." I says,
Yeah,
"The
I'm a
Lord."
believer in that.
Yeah, the Lord will bring somebody to you. He will, you don't have to go looking for it. And this girl just has so many positive things going for her.
Attributes.
Yeah, I felt a connection, a friend connection, nothing more, because I'm
Yeah.
happily married.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I felt just a connection to her.
Sometimes you do
And
meet people in general
yeah,
who you've
I just connected with
you
her.
have that happy thing
Yeah.
spirit
Yeah.
about what do they call it, the chakras?
Yeah.
If
All the
somebody's
chakras lined up.
sending out good
Yeah.
chakras
Yeah, the
about them.
chakras definitely lined up, talking and chatting with her, and just the sweetest person, one of the nicest people. I wish you would have gotten there to meet her as
Yeah, I
well.
wish
Just
that I
a
could have.
super nice young lady. And I wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors. I says, God will bring somebody to you. I can almost guarantee it. You will be happy
Mhm.
one day. And then in the end, I looked at her. I'm like, and if you get married one day, you know who to call for your wedding.
And being from Jacksonville,
Yeah.
maybe like next year you'll see her walking around there with a fella.
Yeah, you never know. I
You
mean,
just never
anything's
know.
possible. But her and her dad, very, very sweet people.
That's very
Super nice
cool.
people. I got to meet a lot of nice people at the show.
I saw I ran into who used to be an intern of ours and who worked with me at Coast Radio from a long
Mhm.
time ago. Jammin Jensen, Matt's son, who's also named Matthew.
Is that who you took a picture with?
No, the gentleman in the picture was my favorite pizza guy from Big Apple Pizza.
Oh, that's who. I couldn't figure out who it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, she's with somebody, but she didn't. I don't think you said.
Oh,
who
and
it
then
was.
I think John Lumba, my good friend, asked me in the post. He said, "Who are all of these people?"
Yes, that gentleman right there.
Yep, that he's from Big Apple Pizza. I call him.
He works there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Cool. Hey, look, there's you and Ray.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
There's the planes flying
Oh.
over. See, you did get a picture of the planes. See.
I did.
So
In
you
that
didn't get a picture of
I
yourself.
did.
Okay. And then there's you and our fearless leader.
But I think that's a good picture of Carol and Ray right
Yeah, that's
there,
a great
don't you?
photo. Yes.
I think they took an awesome picture.
Yeah, they look great there. in
I
our
like that
booth.
photo of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was really
And
cool.
me in that photo with Ray, I don't know why, but I remind me of Christy McNichol for some reason in that photo.
You're right.
In
Didn't
that picture.
Christy McNichol have a brother named Jimmy McNichol?
She did.
She did?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Christy and Jimmy McNichol.
And they had like a hit song or something like that way back in the day.
I think they had the two of them pair up and make a
Right?
record together.
Something
I
of
think
that
you're
sort.
right.
I don't know. I'll have to do a search. We'll have to find it.
You're correct with that. I think first they acted and then they kind of pushed the kids into doing
I think
something
I had that
musical.
album back when I was a kid.
Did you?
Jeez, I'm really dating myself. Oh my gosh. Wow. Talking about Jimmy and Christy McNichol. Oh my gosh.
Just for some reason, that photo that I'm in with Ray reminded me of her in that.
I'm just going to call you
photo.
Christy McNichol from now on for the rest of the morning. There we go. That's all. 6:21, it's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Christy McNichol's standing. Take it away, Christy.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. Approximately 60,000 people were expected to attend the Stewart Air Show at Witham Field before it ended Sunday night, but stunts and demos weren't the only draw. Military recruitment is also big this year.
I never got into the military because the war ended just as I got out of medical school. So I had to build my own Air Force.
And he did. Louis Vallar is the owner of a restored Boeing Stearman, an 80-year-old plane and one of 4 military aircraft that's part of his family's aerial arsenal.
But it was training the naval aviators that went to war.
Aerial roots in this family go deep.
I basically came out of the womb and they handed me a wrench. So
These Stewart residents say air shows are vital to recruitment and national security.
One of those kids is going to be the one that's going to keep this going.
I think it might be even more important than the monetary gain in this entire event.
And Carter already has his sights set on the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland.
That was one of my dreams and still is at the moment. I want to go to the Annapolis Naval Academy and then become a naval aviator.
In honor of the people who made the dream a reality, all veterans, active duty, and their spouses pay only $5 to attend this year's performances. General admission is $30.
It is. It's pretty cool, yeah.
There's also more war reenactments, static displays, and demos, both in the air
Planes just inspire everybody.
and on the ground. One thing that remains the same this year is the fundraising element. Tens of thousands will be donated to area nonprofits and organizations, part of the air show's commitment to service. Who are these youth?
That's the future. These guys will, be the sailors and the aviators of the future.
If you missed the air show on Saturday, no worries. It's the exact same schedule on Sunday, from the flights to the Arthur Mondale, WPTV News Channel 5.
State lawmakers meet in special sessions starting today, taking up the topics of vaccine and mask mandates. Democratic Representative Evan Jen expects a knockdown, drag-out partisan fight.
I would expect a lot of nastiness to come up, and it's going to be some highly controversial things.
Governor Ron DeSantis says no one should lose a job because of a jab. A caravan was underway Sunday in South Florida in support of Cuban people. The event was planned by the Assembly of the Cuban Resistance, in which a caravan took to the streets of South Florida to support the upcoming demonstrations in Cuba. The caravan started at the Cuban Memorial in Tamiami Park and plans to travel to the Freedom Tower in downtown Miami. Some say they are doing it because they want the people of Cuba to know that they support them and the peaceful struggle for freedom. Pro-democracy activists say they plan to hold public protests in Cuba on Monday to protest on for greater freedom of expression. A California man died after diving to catch a football and landing in shallow water in the Florida Keys on Saturday, according to authorities. Witnesses told Monroe County Sheriff's officials that 46-year-old Liam John Daly took a diving leap into the water, but was face down and unresponsive when he resurfaced. The Sun Sentinel reported that authorities met the pontoon boat back at the docks and transported the San Diego resident to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Well, lastly, an Air Force veteran named Jordan Moon just finished running from San Francisco to New York to raise money for brain cancer research. So people are calling him a real-life Forrest Gump. He averaged around 50 miles or 2 full marathons a day, and he finished on Veterans Day last week. NFL excitement from last night. It's so exciting that Miami wins again. They do it again over Baltimore by a score of 22-10. And Dallas plows Atlanta 43-3 yesterday. Tennessee 23-21 over New Orleans. Indianapolis beating Jacksonville 23-17. New England beats Cleveland 45-7, and it was a tie between the Lions and Pittsburgh 16-all. Washington beating Tampa Bay 29-19. 34-10 Carolina over Arizona. The Vikings 27-20 over LAC. Also winning Green Bay, Kansas City, and Philadelphia yesterday. News time at 6:26, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
6:27 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time. Oh, let me rephrase that with Jimmy and Christy this morning.
The McNichols.
The McNichols. It's time for traffic and weather together. Take it away.
Well, we don't see anything happening on our roadways, and that's a good thing. So if you're setting sail for this Monday morning, you're looking at a good ride throughout the Treasure Coast. And if you see something, say something. Always let us know at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. We have a cool one, too, this morning. It's 55 in Stuart, and in Amiens, France, 46 in clouds. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for a chilly morning up along the Treasure Coast, with morning lows starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly cloudy skies. Clearing skies throughout the morning with highs reaching the mid to upper 70s. Plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon with low humidity. Tomorrow morning, a touch warmer than this morning. We'll see morning lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Afternoon highs tomorrow reaching the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. And then by the end of the work week, our next front approaches, increasing rain chances through the end of the work week.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:31 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for viral videos. So, Bonnie, imagine going through the drive-thru of a fast food restaurant, and who pops his head through the window to serve you your food?
Why, who?
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, my word.
Yes.
What a big surprise.
It
that
happened
would
to
be.
a couple of women last Wednesday at a place called Raising Cane's. They filmed Snoop handing over the food and encouraging them to get all of this on camera. He was in town promoting his upcoming album, The Algorithm, and he's a big, huge fan of the restaurant. So here's the audio.
We just went to Cane's. Guess who handed us our food? Snoop Dogg.
Get all this on camera.
This is not real. Oh my gosh.
You hear Snoop Dogg, get all this on camera. Get it all
Get it
on camera.
too. And what a nice surprise for
Yeah.
the people going through there to have a celebrity serving up their food.
Very, very cool.
And he likes Raising Cane's, and it looks like they serve quality chicken finger meals.
Really?
So those people were going through Raising Cane's, I think in Arkansas,
Mhm.
and getting their chicken. And
Hopefully he didn't lace it with 420.
maybe
Because
it
you know
would-
Snoop, he indulges in that all the time.
it might make the chicken taste so much better.
Right?
You never know.
It's like brownies are laced with it. Why not? Just lace the chicken with
If
it.
you went through a drive-through, Evan, who is a celebrity that you would like to see serving you your meal? Can you think of
Honestly,
any that you might? I mean,
yeah.
Somebody with a big smile on their face who's maybe a well-known celebrity.
The first thing that comes to mind is Jennifer Lopez.
Oh yeah, that's a really good selection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the band in Sync or Backstreet Boys. Like one of them takes your order, then the next one serves you at the other window, and the other three are preparing the food.
Oh right.
That would
right.
be kind of cool.
And since she's so popular lately,
Mhm.
mine would probably be Taylor Swift.
That's a good one.
And I would be like doing a double take with my head. I'd be rubbernecking.
Mhm.
Could that be Taylor
Mhm.
Swift?
She'd look at you and you'd be in amazement, and she'd look at you and like, it's okay, girl. Just shake it off, honey. Just shake it off. You're fine. It's all right.
That's my favorite song by her,
There
by
you
the
go.
way.
That's
Or-
a great
Or
tune,
one
by
of
the
the
way.
ones that I know.
That's
at
a
least.
great tune. So we've all had dad moments. Dad moments are pretty cool. But this dad moment might bring back a few memories. There's a young boy by the name of Jacob who's trying to shine the flashlight on the exact location of the garage door that his dad is working on. And unfortunately, he keeps failing to shine the light in
Not
the right place.
Shining it in quite the right
No.
place for Dad.
So listen.
Jacob, I need the light over here.
Dad, I'm trying to put the light where you need it.
Right, well, I need it where I'm working. Not down here. I'm working up here on this.
Okay, I'm trying, Dad. I am trying to.
I need the center of the light here.
The poor kid is trying to do his best, and this dad,
Now, now that kid he's going to have high anxiety when he has to do a project with his dad again or do something for him. But you know what? I think more kids than not do experience something like that throughout their lifetime. I remember being down in the basement one time where my dad was getting older, and I think I had to put in some sort of a window screen or something for him. And I was getting anxious about it because I knew my dad, the way he gets, and towering over me.
Yeah.
If I didn't quite do it right or I was faltering, I knew some kind of words would come out. But I think I had some sort of relief to hear that there was a handyman or someone different was coming over to do it then.
Okay.
And I kind of felt a little relief. I think
All right.
more people than not go through that sort of thing.
Okay. Last week we were talking about how to cook a turkey, with the holidays coming about and things like that. And I found the instructions online from Butterball on the proper way to cook a turkey.
Yeah.
But
There's
before
a
we
method to the madness.
exactly, but before excuse me, but
Bless ya.
before we thank you, before we have that conversation, I have 2 phone numbers I was given for the turkey hotline. So I'm going to call one of them right now.
Okay.
This is not the Butterball Turkey Talk line.
Oh.
You've reached the Hungry Man Frozen Thanksgiving TV Dinner Helpline.
Oh.
Peel back the film and microwave for 6 minutes. Stir. Wait a couple minutes so you don't burn your mouth. Bon appetit.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the wrong line.
Well,
I'm
that
sorry.
would be easy enough. Just get some Hungry Man meals,
Yeah.
especially if they're low on turkeys this
All right,
Thanksgiving.
let me try this one. Push these buttons here. Hard to push these buttons on the phone. It's ringing. Let's see what we get.
Hello, you've reached the Butterball Turkey Talk Line, the telephone help center designed to assist you in preparing a delicious turkey for the holidays.
Oh, that's nice.
Of course, the instructions are printed right on the packaging, but we understand that you may still have questions.
Yep.
Like how to thaw your turkey,
Yep.
which again is printed right on the wrapper.
Yes.
Along with what temperature to set your oven
For
and
sure.
how long to cook.
That's right.
When you think about it, it couldn't be any plainer if we tattooed it on your forehead with a rusty ice pick.
Hey now.
Hell, we've even provided a thermometer, which pops up and says you may now eat me. If only you had a little device that popped up and said, I'm a moron. Please hit me in the head with a tire iron. Anyway, stay on the line, Einstein. Someone will be with you shortly.
Oh, thank you.
And happy holidays.
Oh, right back. right back at you. So anyway, so I have the what's called the turkey cheat sheet right here in front of me.
Yes.
Okay. The first thing is you got to defrost the bird.
You got to start, and what you do, you take it from freezer to refrigerator
Okay.
like a day ahead of time.
Right. So give me a poundage for a turkey. Just pick any size turkey.
So mine right now is between 20 and 24 pounds this
Okay,
year.
all right,
I'm going to
very
do
good.
it for me and say 22 pounds.
Okay, so 22 says that you have to defrost the bird in the fridge for 5 to 6 days.
5 to 6 days.
5 to 6 days for
I-
a 22-pound bird.
Oh, I got to start getting that in that refrigerator
Okay.
like
Then
Thursday already.
after it's defrosted, after the 5 or 6 days, you take it out and you put it in cold water for 10 to 12 hours.
That's right.
Okay.
I remember doing
10
that
to
in the
12
past.
hours. Now, this is what they say to do. When you're roasting the bird, roast the bird breast side down for the first 45 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, then flip it breast side up and reduce the oven temperature to 325 to finish cooking.
I never cooked my bird that way.
And
with
tent-
the breast down first.
Tent the breast with foil if it's browning too quickly.
All
Now,
right.
I've never been known, and I don't think a lot of people have ever flipped a bird when it's in the oven. So I'm going to disagree with what they're saying. But
Oh.
now to cook the bird, you said 22 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So a 20-pound bird, 20-plus pound bird is anywhere.
I'm gonna guess 4.5 to 5 hours.
You're close. It says 3 3/4 to 4.5 hours.
All right.
Now, to test it for doneness, insert an instant read thermometer into the breast and the thigh of the bird and begin testing for doneness about 30 minutes before the total roasting time is reached. If the breast is 165 degrees Fahrenheit and the thigh is 175 degrees Fahrenheit and the stuffing is 165 degrees, your bird is officially cooked.
I think even in the thing there, it does have that little thermometer that does plop out too.
It's just it's not really a thermometer. It's just like it's a device,
like a button or
yeah.
something.
It's like a button. You stick it in there, and then it just
like a
pops up.
belly button. It's like an innie or an outie.
Yeah,
and,
but this
and
would
when
be
it's
an outie
The
when it's
outie,
done.
it's done.
I love making this sound. It goes, and
That's
it's done.
that's how you do that well.
There you go.
Yes, indeed.
So anyway, so that's how you cook a turkey for the holiday, and then of course, you add all the different fixins, like
Yeah.
you get stuffing and cranberry
Oh,
sauce.
I
and
can't wait.
green bean casserole.
1 week
and-
from Thursday, right? We
Yeah.
get to partake in all of that. Oh, I can hardly wait. And I think I'm going to get home at 9:30 and from here, the morning show, and get that bird in the oven right away.
You know, Rachel and I decided we weren't really going to cook a turkey this year, but now that I think about it, I'm thinking maybe if I just get like a real super small turkey, just a
You don't want all
super,
of that leftover meat because
yeah,
then it's kind of like, what
it'll
do you
go
do
bad
with the
eventually
leftovers?
because you can only eat turkey for so long.
Those turkey sandwiches are good though. If you
Yeah.
get the nice white softest bread
Mhm.
and then softest, is that a word? Did I just say that?
Softest?
And
Sure, why
and
not?
mayonnaise, or some mayonnaise on there with the cold turkey
Yeah,
sandwiches. Oh,
that's
yummy.
good. Now, if I can't find a small turkey, then maybe I'll get what's called a Cornish hen.
I've made those before, and
My mother used to make those
around Christmas time.
They're really good. They're miniature.
They're
They're like
minis.
miniature turkeys or miniature chickens.
Yeah, they
They're
take
very
about
small.
a quarter of the baking.
Right.
Yeah, because they are small, like you said.
I wonder what the smallest size turkey I could purchase is.
I wonder if you can eat python for
Python?
Thanksgiving.
What the heck?
Because
Python? That's a snake.
They're running rampant down in the Everglades.
A snake?
But no,
What does a snake have to do with Thanksgiving,
the
Bonnie?
reason I bring it up is I saw kind of like
Yuck.
a video too this morning, or a picture of a deputy holding like a 7-foot python.
Okay.
They found it on a boat in the Florida Keys.
Oh.
So some people were boating, and a python just hitched a ride.
Yeah,
And
I'd
it
be
was
tossing
like
that bad boy overboard.
a huge 7-foot one.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Python. No. I need to go. I'm going to go to the grocery store when I get out of here today, and I'm going to go pick up a bird.
We got the Butterball. I bought
What
my
size did you
Butterball from Publix, and it's like between 20
That's a
and
big
24
size
pound.
bird. You
It's a
could
big
feed
one.
like 8 people with that.
I know it's big, and we are having, let's see, how
Who's
many
coming
people?
over? Are the kids coming down?
The kids.
Okay.
Sue.
All right.
I don't know if the
1, 2,
boyfriend is
3.
coming yet.
Okay. So you got 3 on that side. You and Gary's 5.
5 and
Rachel and I make 7. No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding. I shouldn't invite myself over. No.
We'll
So
probably
that's
have
5.
room.
That's 5. Okay. And then maybe you have who's the guy that watches your cats?
John sometime,
Yeah.
and then we have Cameron, the nephew.
Okay.
Sometimes the nephews do stop by later in the day,
Okay.
you
All
know,
right.
to get maybe a little bite if,
All right.
if they want to come.
You know what we used to do a long time ago when we lived in West Palm, and I don't think we didn't do it. I don't think we've ever done it here. Or maybe we have. When my kids were younger, way younger, we used to take all the leftovers and we
Yeah.
used to prepare plates
For homeless people?
for the homeless people.
You did?
Yeah, and we put the plates in the back of the vehicle,
You know,
and we
kidding.
would go driving around
Uh-huh.
to various areas where there were homeless people that were, holding signs begging for money and
Sure.
things like that. Now, I'm the type of person, I will not give somebody money.
Okay.
Okay, I won't give them money because I don't know if they're a drug addict, an alcoholic, or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I will give them food.
A meal.
I will
Yeah.
give them a meal.
That's a
I
nice
have no
gesture.
problem giving somebody a meal. Somebody sitting
Right.
there begging for, money, that they have the sign that says homeless, this, that, and the other. Okay, I get it. You're homeless. I understand it, but I'm not going to give you money, but I will give you a meal.
Some substance.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
give
that's
you a meal.
awesome.
I will
Yeah.
give you a meal, or I'll walk you to a McDonald's and I'll buy you a meal.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to give you money to sit here and watch you go to that store and buy a beer.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I will do that. So the kids, we used to prepare the meals,
Okay.
and we must have made like at least a dozen, 12, 15, 18 plates of food with just turkey stuffing,
Yeah.
some sweet potato and gravy.
That's a
and
nice
we'd
thing
put the
to-
tinfoil and we'd put it in the back of my truck.
Like it's nice to teach your kids that too.
Yeah.
To
Well,
give a little bit.
it's all about teaching the kids the right thing to do and
Yeah.
giving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's something that I actually miss doing.
I think that's awesome.
Now
that,
that the kids
that
are older.
you did that sort of thing.
It was fun. It
in
was a
the
lot of fun.
past.
It was a lot of fun, and to see the smile on people's face when you bring them a hot meal
Right.
at holiday time is literally priceless.
Sure.
I'm
so
literally
sure it
priceless.
is. Yep.
So anyway, with that said, it is 6:46 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. Monday morning edition. Let's go to the news desk. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Approximately 60,000 people were expected to attend the Stewart Air Show at Witham Field before it ended Sunday evening, but stunts and demos weren't the only draw. Military recruitment was also big this year.
I never got into the military because the war ended just as I got out of medical school. So I had to build my own Air Force.
And he did. Louis Vallar is the owner of a restored Boeing Stearman, an 80-year-old plane and one of 4 military aircraft as part of his family's aerial arsenal.
But it was training the naval aviators that went to war.
Aerial roots in this family go deep.
I basically came out of the womb and they handed me a wrench, so.
These Stewart residents say air shows are vital to recruitment and national security.
One of those kids is going to be the one that's going to keep.
I think it might be even more important than the monetary gain in this entire event.
And Carter already has his sights set on the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland.
That was one of my dreams and still is at the moment. I want to go to the Annapolis Naval Academy and then become a naval aviator.
In honor of the people who made the dream a reality, all veterans, active duty, and their spouses pay only $5 to attend this year's performances. General admission is $30.
It is. It's pretty cool, yeah.
There's also more war reenactments, static displays, and demos, both in the air.
Planes just inspire everybody.
And on the ground. One thing that remains the same this year is the fundraising element. Tens of thousands will be donated to area nonprofits and organizations, part of the air show's commitment to service. Who are these youth?
That's the future. These guys are going to be the sailors and the aviators of the future.
If you missed the air show on Saturday, no worries. It's the exact same schedule on Sunday, from the flights to the demos. In Stewart, Arthur Mondale, WPTV News Channel 5.
State lawmakers meet in special session starting today, taking up the topics of vaccine and mask mandates. Democratic Representative Evan Jen expects a knockdown, drag-out partisan fight.
I would expect a lot of nastiness to come up, and it's going to be some highly controversial things.
Governor Ron DeSantis says no one should lose a job because of a jab. Researchers say they have uncovered the names of 102 Native American students who died at a federally operated boarding school in Nebraska. The Omaha World Herald reports that the discovery comes as ground-penetrating radar has been used in recent weeks to search for a cemetery once used by the school that operated in Genoa from 1884 to 1934. So far, no graves have been found. The dark history of abuses at the Genoa school is now the subject of a nationwide investigation. For the first time since the coronavirus shutdown in March of 2020, Carnival Cruise Lines is back in Tampa. Last year, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued a no-sail order because of the pandemic. But then a year and a half later, Carnival is launching its first cruise from Port Tampa Bay. The cruise ship Pride is set for a week-long cruise along the Western Caribbean. Executive Vice President of Port Tampa Bay, Raul Alfonso, says he's thrilled to have cruising back in Tampa. He says cruises make huge impact on the economy. Well, lastly, Chris Daughtry's 25-year-old daughter, Hannah, was found dead on Friday. There's no word on the cause of death, but police are calling it a homicide, and Hannah's boyfriend has been arrested. Chris has postponed his upcoming tour dates. Technically, Hannah was Daughtry's stepdaughter. His wife, Deanna, brought her into the marriage along with a son named Griffin, who's now 23. Chris and Deanna also have a 10-year-old twins, Adeline Rose and Noah James. Coach Charlie Wilson's IRSC Pioneers concluded an amazing sweep in the St. Petersburg shootout with a huge last-minute upset victory over nationally ranked Northwest Florida, 79-75. The Pioneers were down by as much as 17 points to the Raiders. They never gave up. AJ led IRSC Pioneers with 19. Tyree Bryan and Kyle Fire added 14 for IRSC, who wound up pouring in 11 three-pointers. The Pioneers won the Friday opener over St. Pete 92-75. Benji Pierre muscled in 24, with AJ adding 21. IRSC hits the road Wednesday in Daytona at 7 on WPSL. The Polk Eagles fly into Fort Pierce Saturday at 2. News time at 6:51. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
.653 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on outside?
Evan, we do see one accident, and this is in Martin County. It's on I-95 southbound Hobe Sound at mile marker 97 southbound, right before you hit Bridge Road, and there's not any roadblock from that accident. Other areas are looking fine this morning. If you see something, say something. Call us at 220-9788. 220-WSTU. And we have a cool, chilly 53 this morning. Port St. Lucie in Conway, Arkansas. Very chilly, 36. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for a chilly morning up along the Treasure Coast, with morning lows starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly cloudy skies. Clearing skies throughout the morning with highs reaching the mid to upper 70s. Plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon with low humidity. Tomorrow morning, a touch warmer than this morning. We'll see morning lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Afternoon highs tomorrow reaching the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. And then by the end of the work week, our next front approaches, increasing rain chances through the end of the work week.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give us a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:57 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. And Bonnie, I was watching football yesterday. One of the rare occasions I actually get to sit down and watch something on television with my busy schedule. And I was watching the Packer game, and they were playing Seattle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and it was a shutout too. They
And
did
that's
well.
a first for Seattle. Seattle hasn't been shut out in gosh knows how long. But what really amazed me was the snow that was coming down in
Yeah.
Green Bay at Lambeau Field.
That's awesome. They were
Wow.
they were playing snowball, not football. It was snowball.
That is so crazy how these big burly athletes can get out there
Yes.
with like no sleeves on their jerseys and like no warmth at all, and they're just out there like just knocking people down.
And I would have to be running several football fields out there just
Wow.
to warm up. It reminds me of a Burley day back in 1988 when I was at a snowy, flurry-like football game too at Lambeau Field. That was a year that Don Mikowski had been playing.
And there was another game on last night that just it was in overtime, and the two teams just couldn't score. Every time they'd get the ball, they'd like have a turnover.
Yeah, in fact, there was a tie too.
Was it Detroit?
yesterday.
Was it Detroit?
Looked like it was Detroit and Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
yes.
that was just a crazy ball game in overtime. I was watching it, and like every time somebody would get close to scoring, there'd be like a fumble or an interception or something of that sort.
And the Dolphins do it again with another nice win, 22-10 over Baltimore. And Tampa Bay and Tom Brady loses. Wow,
Yeah.
what are the chances?
Well,
But they lost to Washington too yesterday.
it happened.
Yes.
Oh well. You win a few, you lose a few.
Oh, ho, hum.
Doesn't matter. Tom Brady's still making the same amount of money. That's the long
He's
and the
still
short
Tom
of it.
Brady.
That's right. He'll always be terrific, Tom. It's coming up on 7 a.m. right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. News is coming up next, and then hour number 2 for me and you on the Get Up and Go show. We'll be right back.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Madam Announcer. Hour number 2 for me and you on this November the 15th, 2021.
Everyone's looking great. Nice and sexy.
That's right. Nice and sexy.
The show is trouble.
Why is it troubling? I don't understand why.
I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Well, I'm glad you're happy, because if you're happy, I'm happy. And if I'm happy, you're happy, and we're all happy. It's 7:08 this morning. Mr. Clock, would you do the honors, please?
It's now 7:08 a.m.
7:08 a.m. Bonnie, we're off and running. Hour number 2 for me and you. And boy, like we talked about last hour, the Stewart Air Show came through. They delivered, and boy, did they deliver in a huge way.
What did you say?
Huh?
What?
What?
I still can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
My ears are still ringing from the buzz of the air show on
all
Saturday.
right. I thought something's wrong with your headphones over there.
No, there were a couple of moments that I didn't have my earplugs on at the show, and I had to keep putting my fingers in my eardrum because it got really loud out there.
Okay.
But it was just a fascinating day, and went off this year without a hitch.
Really was.
We couldn't have asked for better weather.
Really, it was really incredible.
And the show was just simply spectacular. I think I liked the Raptor demo as one of the best things that I saw out there. And of course, the Shockwave jet truck too.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
Saturday
that was phenomenal.
I was like, you can bring that out again and again and again. I would arrive every time.
And again, we got this very, very sweet letter from Joe and his family. His kids wrote us a letter for the tickets, wrote thank you for the air show tickets. If you are there, I hope you enjoy it. To love Hannah and Hunter, ILY, which means I love you. Thanks so much. The Holbrooks, Joe, Sonia, Hannah, and Hunter. Very sweet letter.
Lovely family too that stopped by the booth. It was really a pleasure meeting them. We want to say hi to Gary of the Salvation Army, also of Martin County and St. Lucie County. They're having an angel tree event coming up. So we're going to have Gary. Hopefully we're going to have Gary on the show on Friday during the segment when we do our best bets around town.
That would be fantastic. We could talk about what the Salvation Army is going to be doing for the holidays this year.
Yeah, and everything to do to help out the kids. There are so many kids, young and old, in the community who need would like a toy, would like gifts and something under the tree. So we're going to definitely help them out. Of course, at WPSL, we do have the Christmas Kids. And, I talked to Carol about it at the air show on Saturday. And Carol says, the more, the merrier, because she stated there are just so many kids in the area that are in need.
There's a lot of unfortunate families that don't get to celebrate Christmas because for whatever reason, they don't have the extra money to buy gifts and things like that. And this is where Carol and Greg step in each and every year. Just what they do is really unbelievable. It's unheard of.
And I always like
in
to
a good
turn on.
way.
I love to turn on the radio on the way home and listen to the Christmas Kids when they're doing their caroling.
Yeah,
all the songs that they do.
To see these kids when they get their presents. Now, I partook in something last year, and I want to see if I can do it again. I rode along with Sergeant Brian Bosio from Stewart PD.
Yeah, I remember you did that.
Yeah, and they literally invaded a neighborhood right down the road from here. It's a very
cool.
It's a low income area is where it is in Stewart. I think it's one of the mobile home parks, and they go in very quietly. And then they flip all the sirens and the lights on.
They come in like Santa Claus.
Yeah, and everybody comes running out like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
And then all the trunks lift up, and we just start handing out toys.
They should bring
and
that
toys.
Jet truck that we saw at the show through the neighborhood. That would wake up like the whole episode.
Yeah. But man, just the stuff that they did last year. I got to get a hold of Brian. I want to. I definitely want to partake
You want
in
to
that.
do that
Yeah,
again?
I
that sort of
it
thing.
really it warmed my heart to be able to do that and be a
Yes.
part of that. That was like really super cool. I don't know why. What's making noise? I have no idea.
It
All
sounds
those
like
noises.
a game show, like
I don't
something on
know.
The Price is Right or something.
I don't know. I
Ding,
right
right before you play
I
Plinko.
couldn't tell you. Anyway, let's get to our birthdays and anniversaries. It's time for birthdays, anniversaries. Back in the day, Bonnie, we always start with you. What do you got for us this morning?
Happy birthday to cousin Megan, living out in, let's see, is she in Montana or Colorado? I know she's out on a big ranch. I think it's Big Sky Country in Montana where Megan's in. Happy birthday to you, Megan, and happy birthday to Tony, who I graduated with from high school.
Hey, Tony, how you doing, Tony? Tony the Tiger, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday to you, Tony.
Yeah.
He's, 21 today, right?
He's a drummer. He was like the
really?
best drummer when we were growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, he
You know,
always
when you
had
say
the
that,
drumsticks in his hands.
You know what I think of?
Yeah.
When you say drummer, I think of the song by Todd Rundgren, Bang the Drum All Day.
I know.
Love
Right?
that song.
Yeah. What
Love
did that
that
come out in, like 1992 or
That was
something?
a one. Didn't he had that? Didn't he have another
Hello,
song called
It's
Hello,
Me.
It's Me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Todd Rundgren, too, just a phenomenal producer
Mhm.
of, not only scoring a couple of his own songs, but producing on many albums. I think he was even a producer on Pink Floyd's album. Might be The Dark Side of the Moon or The Wall. But a great production artist, too.
When you say Dark Side of the Moon, I think of We Don't Need No Education.
Oh, boy.
Remember that song?
Classic. Just, classic with Hey Kids, with all the kids and The Wall. And,
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
and you better eat, if you don't eat your meat, you can't eat your pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
Oh, that's an old saying parents used to say.
Yeah.
If you don't eat your dinner, you're not getting any dessert.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Emma Dumont is 27 years old today from Polaris on The Gifted. Shailene Woodley is 30. That's Triss in Divergent. Bob, B-O-B, is 33. His collaborations include Airplanes with Haley Williams from Paramore. Winston Duke, 35 years old today. Asia Kate Dillon, 37. These are more people that you and I have no idea who the heck they are.
I'm not recognizing the names this morning.
Yaya DaCosta is 39. That's April Sexton on Chicago Med. Sean Mary's 44. That's Tim McGee on NCIS. I definitely know who that is. Rachel would know who it is.
Okay.
Because she's the NCIS girl.
NCIS, yep.
Chad Kroger from Nickelback. Now, we all know who Nickelback is. He is 47 years old today.
I enjoy listening to Nickelback once in a while, but it's something, it's a band I don't think I can sit down and listen to for too long. But once in a while, it's kind of like I like sitting in my garage listening to them.
Nickelback is great.
And How You Remind Me. Yep.
Did they? No, I'm trying to think of one of their songs. I can't think of the name of it.
How You Remind Me.
Yes.
Is one of them. See, I know a few others. It's just others that aren't coming to mind.
That's all right.
Far Away.
There you go. That's a good one by Nickelback.
Rockstar. Photograph.
Yep, there you. That's the one I was thinking of.
Photograph is
That's the one that I started going. That's Photograph.
Photograph. It just kind of takes you back to the days.
Yeah.
Brings back memories.
Johnny Lee Miller is 49 years old today. That's Sherlock Holmes on Elementary. Kevin Eubanks, Jay Leno's band leader on The Tonight Show. He is 64 years old today.
Kevin Eubanks. I thought he was a game show host.
No, you're thinking of Bob Eubanks.
Bob Eubanks. That's right.
From the Newlywed Game.
Right. He had those funny kind of eyes. His
Yes.
eyes would always go crossed or something.
Chevy Chase's wife, Eileen Griswold in the Vacation movies. Beverly D'Angelo is 70 years old today.
Oh, she was so wonderful in those movies. And I'm thinking of, now if I can remember his name, we got Robert De Niro. For a long time, she was with Robert De Niro's buddy. Why can't I think of the name? Boy, I'm just like drawing blanks this morning.
Petula Clark, 89 years old today. Biggest hit, 1964, Downtown.
Oh yeah, how old is Petula today?
89.
89. Oh, if she's still alive and kicking, huh?
Mm-hmm. She is.
Oh, Al Pacino is who I was trying to think of earlier. Now, when you mentioned Beverly D'Angelo from the Vacation movies, for a long time, her partner was him. So they were together for like a seriously long time. I don't think they're together anymore, but her and Al Pacino had been an item for many years.
Ed Asner would have been 92 years old today.
Would have been 92.
Would have been 92 years old today.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 92 years old. Wow. Judge Wapner. Remember him from the People's Court?
Yeah, sure do.
Judge Wapner.
And Doug McWellen.
Oh, yes. Doug, is it McWellen or Llewellyn?
McWellen, I think.
Is it?
Or,
that was
or
like
maybe
his
Doug Llewellyn.
That was like his bailiff or something like that.
Yeah, he always went out there and stuck a microphone in people's face like right after the court.
Yes, I remember that. Oh, that was so annoying.
I was wondering if somebody would slug him in the face when he always went out and did that. But yeah, he and is Judge Wapner still alive?
No, he's dead. He passed away in 2017.
So 27, not too long ago then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage from the world of professional wrestling passed away in 2011, got into a car accident.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Passed away in 2011.
That long ago already?
A long time ago.
I didn't think he passed away that many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Also, today is National Drummer Day. So make sure and thank a drummer.
Hey, I mentioned my friend from high school, Tony, who was the man on the drums. Imagine that.
It's also National Recycling Day. So make sure and recycle. And of course, make sure and put your recycle bins out.
I hate it when people just toss plastic anywhere. I always think that plastic should be recycled.
Yeah.
The nasty plastic.
We have
that
one
gets in the
recycle bin,
oceans.
and we put everything that's recyclable in there. And I guess they separate it at the dump when it comes in, or I don't know how they do it.
Do they separate it even if you're not
don't know.
recycling once it gets there? I've been told that they separate it anyway, but
I'm not sure.
I tried to take measures in our household to separate that crap because not all the time does my family follow suit with me, but I try to keep it orderly.
It's also National I Love to Write Day. So get your pen out and start writing. Not your laptop or electronic device, but pen and paper.
Yeah, create something.
Yes.
Write a friendly note to someone or write a little story and
be
creative.
This is a good day today, Bonnie.
What day is it?
National Bundt Cake Day. Do
you like a bundt cake?
Man, I did a wedding.
See, I could care less, but this is cool. So,
I did a wedding.
Yeah.
Where the wedding cake was a bundt cake.
Really?
Just 2 weeks ago. Yes. The bride had a big round bundt cake.
Yeah.
And then there were little miniature bundt cakes to give out to the guests all around it, like cupcakes.
Where was it? Chocolate or?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it was.
Wow.
Yes.
Can't imagine a bundt cake being at the wedding though. Shouldn't you have your stacked up 3-tier, 4-tier wedding cake?
Well, they wanted to be different. She didn't want to have a wedding cake.
Yeah.
So she went and had a bundt cake.
Oh, man.
Which was way cool.
See, bundt cakes, they do nothing for me. But if that's your sort of thing,
there you go.
It's very cool.
It's National Raisin Bran Cereal Day, so make sure and have some Raisin Bran. It's also Steve Irwin Day. Remember Steve Irwin?
Oh, yeah, the crocodile
Gone
hunter,
way
right?
too soon.
Yeah.
Gone way too
Didn't
soon, but
he
his
get
kids are
killed
carrying...
by a stingray? Like
yes,
a huge
the barb.
stingray.
Yes, but her kids are carrying on his legacy, which is a beautiful
I was thinking
thing.
about him when I was sticking my hands into the stingray thing when I went to Disney. No, not Disney, to SeaWorld.
Ah.
I'm thinking, man,
The stingray tank.
Steve Irwin got killed by one of these
Well,
things.
they take the those stingers off those
They do,
stingrays.
and it's Bindi Irwin that's
Yes.
kind of stepping in the footsteps of her father.
Hit the nail right on the head.
And boy,
Bindi
does
Irwin.
she sure look like him,
Yeah.
huh?
It's also National Odd Socks Day, so you should wear weird socks. Unfortunately, I have normal socks on.
Oh, you got to everything uniform.
Yes, it's got to
Yeah.
match.
See me,
It's
I
gotta
don't
match.
care. If nobody's
Really?
gonna,
You'll wear a white sock and a black sock?
if
You don't care?
nobody's, if on a
What are you
certain
wearing
day,
now? What's on your feet
they're
now?
matching today.
You
It's
got
pink
matching?
and pink.
You got pink and pink?
Yeah.
All right, I see pink and pink,
But
so
I mean,
you're good.
certain days, if I'm wearing long pants, it's
Mhm.
like, who in the heck's going to see my socks? I don't care.
Well, I'm real fickle about that.
Yeah.
My socks have to match. I can't wear one high and one low.
Otherwise, it'll just get the gears going in all
Yeah.
different sort of directions in
Yeah.
your head, and it'll mess up your entire day,
forget
right?
it. Just totally messes me
Wow.
up. Lastly, it's National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. So today is the day when you go home later tonight, clean out your fridge.
I try to do that on a weekly or an every 2-week basis.
I agree. I don't, man. I got to tell you, we will put stuff in the fridge sometimes,
Yeah.
and it will like leftovers, and it'll just stay in there, and it'll ferment after a
I
while.
hate that.
I'm
Y-
like,
it's
you just forget about it.
especially now with
Stow it
Thanksgiving
away.
coming up, you want to clear out that fridge.
Yeah,
Get
we
it
have no
ready.
room in our fridge right now because we have half a pan of lasagna sitting in there.
Oh, sweet. Who made the lasagna?
Rachel did.
Ah.
She made it last night from scratch.
Yeah.
And boy, was it good.
Did she use regular? Did she put cottage cheese in it?
No, she did
Or
ricotta.
ricotta.
She did ricotta. We got the already cooked noodles. So all you got to do is bake them.
All right.
You don't have to boil them like
Wow.
a lot of people do. And we use some Prego sauce and ricotta cheese
Mhm.
and some chopped meat and then mozzarella cheese.
There you have
Put
it.
it in the oven for 30 minutes. And then we had some garlic bread,
Ooh.
which was
You know,
so good.
you know what I've done in the past?
Tell me.
I have put bacon on top of my lasagna dish.
Now there's an idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
And it's funny because I can't remember who I got it from or who I got the idea from.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I had it served it to my brother when he was down, and then I thought my mom had it in the past. My mom said I never made it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And for the life of me, and etched in my memory, I can't remember who I got that idea from. Put in, baking, some slices of bacon on top of your lasagna product,
Mm-hmm.
but blend it in. It tastes good.
I agree with you.
Tastes good together.
I agree with you. That's an idea. We'll have to give that a shot next time. Bob. We will definitely have to give that a shot. 7:24 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Let's get right to the news desk. Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. State lawmakers meet in special session starting today, taking up the topics of vaccine and mask mandates. Democratic Representative Evan Jen expects a knockdown, drag-out partisan fight.
I would expect a lot of nastiness to come up, and it's going to be some highly controversial things.
Governor Ron DeSantis says no one should lose a job because of a jab. A caravan was underway Sunday in South Florida in support of Cuban people. The event was planned by the Assembly of the Cuban Resistance, in which a caravan took to the streets of South Florida to support the upcoming demonstrations in Cuba. The caravan started at the Cuban Memorial in Tamiami Park and plans to travel to the Freedom Tower in downtown Miami. Some say they are doing it because they want the people of Cuba to know that they support them and the peaceful struggle for freedom. Pro-democracy activists say they plan to hold public protests in Cuba on Monday to protest on for greater freedom of expression. A California man died after diving off a boat to catch a football and landing in shallow water in the Florida Keys Saturday. According to authorities, witnesses told Monroe County Sheriff's officials that 46-year-old Liam John Daly took a diving leap into the water, but was face down and unresponsive when he resurfaced. The Sun Sentinel reported that authorities met the pontoon boat back at the docks and transported the San Diego resident to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Well, lastly, there's a sign of a troubled industry coming back to life in Florida. Yesterday, Carnival Cruise Line had its first departure from Port Tampa Bay since the pandemic started. The Carnival Pride set sail on the Caribbean with COVID safeguards in place. Some NBA action. Anthony Davis. The Lakers bounced back from a disappointing loss to beat the San Antonio Spurs 114-106 Sunday, and Davis scored 27 of his game-high 34 points in the first half. accounting for his biggest scoring half since December 2019. He added 15 rebounds, 6 assists. Horton Tucker, who underwent surgery to repair ligaments in his right thumb during training camp, played for the first time this season and scored 17 points on 7 of 14 shooting, rewarding coach Frank Vogel for putting him into the starting lineup. Our news time is 7:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:28 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking on the highways?
We have a couple of accidents out on I-95 this morning. First one we have in St. Lucie County. This is I-95 northbound at mile marker 114 in Port St. Lucie. Once again, it's northbound, no roadblock. We are seeing an accident on I-95 this morning, southbound too. This is southbound at mile marker 97 in Hope Sound, right before you hit Bridge Road. No roadblock there from that crash. So you're going to see activity, but it looks like traffic is getting through okay. And there's your latest look at traffic. 55, we have a clear sky this morning in Palm City. In Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, clouds and 27. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast. Chilly morning up along the Treasure Coast with morning lows starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly cloudy skies. Clearing skies throughout the morning with highs reaching the mid to upper 70s. Plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon with low humidity. Tomorrow morning, a touch warmer than this morning. We'll see morning lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Afternoon highs tomorrow reaching the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. And then by the end of the work week, our next front approaches, increasing rain chances through the end of the work week.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Britney Spears' conservatorship finally ended on Friday. The rest of her family can't comment because they're out looking for jobs. Paris Hilton got married over the weekend. Paris's dress was white because she likes to be ironic. A YouTube video features a 6-year-old Chinese girl playing all the instruments and singing Hotel California. So I guess it's not just American parents that force their kids to listen to the Eagles. Procter & Gamble raised the prices of soap, deodorant, and toothpaste. Or as Post Malone calls it, what, huh, and never heard of it. And diabetes is on the rise around the world. When doctors broke the news, they said it's even worse if you try to sugarcoat it. This is not headline news.
For not headline news, we go to the stupid stuff.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Oh no, this is too early for me to do this.
We
I
need
haven't
Phil
done this.
for this.
Yeah, we need Phil for this. Where's Phil when you need him? Anyway, let's go to the northeast of Wyoming, where police in the northeast of Wyoming responded to a domestic dispute last Saturday between a man and a woman. Now, they haven't released their names, but the guy is 39 years old, and he was already gone when police got there. The woman said he drove off in a white Ford pickup truck with Oklahoma plates. So, the police went looking for the guy and pulled him over a few miles down the road. Now, when they stopped him, he got out of his truck along with 2 passengers. It turned out his sons were with him. One is 15 and the other one is 4. And when a cop asked if he'd been drinking, he freely admitted that he had been drinking.
Oh, no.
And tried to claim that the 4-year-old was actually the one driving the car.
Not the 15-year-old?
Yeah, the 4-year-old.
What?
Now, he said his son was sitting on his lap doing all the steering, so he didn't think it qualified as driving drunk.
Oh, because the 4-year-old boy was doing it.
Yeah, he was holding the steering wheel.
Oh,
So
my
police
gosh.
ran the guy's name and found out that he was on probation for a previous DUI. So what did they do? Well, they arrested him for drunk driving, violating his probation, and for not having a court-ordered interlock device, which means
He was supposed to have one from the last DUI
it's a device you have in your car that you have to blow into a tube.
Yeah.
And it won't let the engine start if you've had too much to drink.
And he was probably court ordered before that to get one.
Yes.
To get one for his vehicle.
Mhm.
Didn't have it on hand, and drunk driving number 2 for him.
Mhm.
I'm sure he's going to do some jail time now.
I'm sure he will.
And
I'm
quit
sure he
putting
will.
your son in the driver's seat,
Yes, you
sir.
stupid fool. That's why they call it stupid news. People do stupid stuff.
If I was that 15-year-old boy, I would have strong-armed Dad and, saying, Dad, you're not driving.
Take the keys away, at least. Let's go to New York, where a man in New York City called the police on Sunday night and said he was carjacked, and a 7-year-old boy, said he was carjacked, and a 7-year-old boy with special needs was in the vehicle as well.
Ooh.
Turns out that he lied about the kid, so the police would hurry up and find the car.
So there wasn't a boy in there.
Yeah, there wasn't a boy in there. It
okay.
worked, but now he's being charged with making a false
Yeah.
police report.
Yeah.
See, he wanted the cops to respond more quickly, so they
Faster.
said there was a 7-year-old kid with special needs in the vehicle. Yeah, exactly. Stupid. Very stupid. Let's go to Northwest Wisconsin. Bonnie, it's your state.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to put Northwest into perspective.
North and to the left.
I grew up in the north, further, kind of north central, up in the UP.
Okay.
We bordered Michigan.
UP.
Yep.
What's UP?
Upper Peninsula.
Oh, okay.
The Upper Peninsula.
Okay. All right. Police in Northwest Wisconsin posted a photo on Facebook last week after a drunk guy apparently tried to set up his ice fishing shack on a lake that really wasn't frozen yet. It happened it happened in Barron County, which is closer to Minneapolis than Green Bay. Do you know where that is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. I'm glad you do, because I darn sure don't.
I grew up 4 hours from Minneapolis.
Okay. Well, their Facebook post says temperatures had dipped down below freezing for a few nights in a row, and there was a little frost on the ground, but it wasn't nearly cold enough for the lake to freeze up. So the photo shows the guy's ice shack trailer still hitched to the truck. His truck and the trailer are both half submerged in the water,
Oh, man.
and it looks like there's no ice at all, just water. In the Facebook post, the cops said that they, quote, love ice fishing as much as everyone, but they wanted to be clear that the ice is not ready yet. The guy who
You wanna
did it
make
is
sure,
yeah,
yep.
the guy who did it's okay, but was arrested for drunk driving. It's not clear if they were able to salvage the ice shack or not.
I'll tell you how scared I used to be of that, Evan.
What?
My brothers ice fish, and they've had the shanties out on the lake.
Shanty. What are shanties?
It's like a ice shack shanty that you
Okay.
see like on Grumpy Old Men. Looks like a picture on Grumpy Old Men. They do some ice fishing
Okay.
to where they're at.
Okay.
But how fearful I've been of it. One time I was like driving with I think my brother was in the car, my mom and dad. I was really young and I had fallen asleep, but I woke up to the sounds of, I woke up right before they were going to drive their car onto Lake Superior.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, people drive their cars on it, but that ice has to be like, several feet of inches of ice on that lake to do it.
Really?
But no matter how thick that ice used to be, I would never be in a vehicle driving across. That's how
Wow.
fearful I would be of it, crunching in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Let's go to Humboldt County, California, where sheriff's deputies were called to investigate reports of a man that was passed out in a car. They found 32-year-old Donovan Nathaniel Balsley to be indeed passed out with a firearm sitting in his lap. Deputies recovered the firearm and found it to be loaded. Upon further investigation, they learned the firearm had been reported lost out of Myrtletown area on October the 19th during a search of Balsley's vehicle. They also found 12 grams of methamphetamine, approximately 1.8 grams of heroin, and 3 counterfeit $100 bills.
Wow.
Additionally, deputies located a large amount of cash underneath a spare tire in the trunk associated with the sale of the controlled substances. Mr. Balsley was arrested and booked into the Humboldt County Correctional Facility on several charges.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm.
Unbelievable. You play, you pay. The owner of a drug rehab clinic in Central Florida has been arrested after trying a new approach for rehab bonding.
What kind of approach could they be trying to get arrested for?
Well, the Seminole County Sheriff's Office said 50-year-old Misty Lee Gilly was selling fentanyl right out of a drug rehab center that she actually ran in Altamont Springs. That's just north of Orlando off of I-4. She's also facing charges of possession of cocaine. Apparently, undercover agents bought narcotics from Gilly at her home, who also served as her business, Agents found evidence of illicit drug use in the same room where Gilly held peer-to-peer group therapy sessions. Sheriff Dennis Lemma commented, quote, "It's a sad day in our society when you can't even trust the locations that claim they're trying to help you get clean."
Yeah, that's some evil happening right there. There's just like disgusting things in the world, and this lady, really disgusting, running a service that she should be helping, and then selling the evil stuff that adheres to
the
it.
potion.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good at all. Let's go across the pond to England, where our good friend Mark Hales is. A contractor in England named Ken Moore posted a screenshot after one of his employees used a ridiculous excuse for skipping work. He said he couldn't come in because he didn't have any clean socks.
Oh, no
and he
socks.
blamed his girlfriend for it.
Well, he could have grabbed some mismatched socks.
There you go.
I wouldn't mind.
But here's, like I said, he blamed his girlfriend. He said she didn't do the laundry, so he didn't have any socks to wear.
Yeah.
and he couldn't soldier through work without socks because his boots have holes in them.
Oh my.
So Ken texted back and asked if he was joking. Then he said, fine, that he'd better be there the next day. One person online said he should have offered to bring an extra pair of socks to work for him just to see what his next excuse would have actually been.
I have no socks to wear.
I have no socks.
I can't make it there.
Bonnie, has there ever been a time where you've given an off-the-wall excuse why you can't make it into work for any reason? Just out of curiosity.
I can't recall a time.
Mhm.
I think the only time really I can't make it into work is if my cat dies or my dog dies, but that's not an excuse usually. It's the real
No.
deal, and I'm too upset. I can't think of an off-the-wall one that I've ever given. Have you? Have you done that sort of thing before?
Yes, I have.
Like what did you give?
I was really bad when I was very young. At my first job, I'm not going to say where it was, but I've talked about it on the air before. Where my first job was at Publix.
Did you have missing socks? That's
No.
why you couldn't go?
I killed off so many relatives so I could leave work. I would call my dad.
Yeah.
My dad, this is so bad. I called my dad, and my dad would call the store and say, so and so passed away. I need to come pick my kid up just so I can get off work. That is so bad. Oh my God, I can't believe it. My
yeah.
father used to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. That's really extreme. Yes. I know you probably think very bad of me right now.
No, I really don't.
But I was only
No.
15 at the time.
Yeah, you're gonna
I was young.
do things on that like that on occasion.
I didn't know any better, Bonnie.
Things from
I'm
your
sorry.
past.
I feel
you don't have to
bad.
apologize to me.
I feel bad.
So how many times did you use that one? Was it like a 2-time deal?
Well, all I can say is it's news time. We'll leave that comment for another day. That answer for another day. An awful lot. 7:45 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Let's head right to the news desk. Bonnie standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Approximately 60,000 people were expected to attend the Stewart Air Show at Witham Field before it ended Sunday night. But stunts and demos weren't the only draw. Military recruitment was also big this year. Here's WPTV's Arthur Mondale.
I never got into the military because the war ended just as I got out of medical school. So I had to build my own Air Force.
And he did. Is the owner of a restored Boeing Stearman, an 80-year-old plane, and one of 4 military aircraft as part of his family's aerial arsenal.
But it was training the naval aviators that went to war.
Aerial roots in this family go deep.
I basically came out of the womb and they handed me a wrench, so.
These Stewart residents say air shows are vital to recruitment and national security.
One of those kids is going to be the one that's going to keep this going.
I think it might be even more important than the monetary gain in this entire event.
And Carter already has his sights set on the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland.
That was one of my dreams and still is at the moment. I want to go to the Annapolis Naval Academy and then become a naval aviator.
In honor of the people who made the dream a reality, all veterans, active duty, and their spouses pay only $5 to attend this year's performances. General admission is $30.
It is. It's pretty cool, yeah.
There's also more war reenactments, static displays, and demos, both in the air.
Planes just inspire everybody.
And on the ground. One thing that remains the same this year is the fundraising element. Tens of thousands will be donated to area nonprofits and organizations, part of the air show's commitment to service. Who are these youth?
That's the future. These guys are going to be the sailors and the aviators of the future.
If you missed the air show on Saturday, no worries. It's the exact same schedule on Sunday, from the flights to the demos. It's Stewart, Arthur Mondale, WPTV News Channel 5.
A California man died after diving off a boat to catch a football and landing in shallow water in the Florida Keys on Saturday. According to authorities, witnesses told Monroe County Sheriff's officials that 46-year-old Liam John Daly took a diving leap into the water, but was face down and unresponsive when he resurfaced. The Sun Sentinel reported that authorities met the pontoon boat back at the docks and transported the San Diego resident to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Donald Homan, who was among the Americans held hostage in Iran for 444 days between 1979 and 1981, was laid to rest, along with his wife in a veterans ceremony in Kentucky. The couple, both 79, died within days of each other this fall after contracting COVID-19. Their daughter-in-law, Jocelyn Homan, said. Jocelyn Homan credited her father-in-law's stubbornness with helping him survive the ordeal. She said he went on hunger strikes and spent time in solitary confinement because of it. There's a sign of a troubled industry coming back to life in Florida. Yesterday, Carnival Cruise Line had its first departure from Port Tampa Bay since the pandemic started. The Carnival Pride set sail on a 7-day trip to the Caribbean with COVID safeguards in place. Chris Daughtry's 25-year-old daughter, Hannah, was found dead on Friday. There's no word on the cause of death, but police are calling it a homicide, and Hannah's boyfriend has been arrested. Chris has postponed his upcoming tour dates. And lastly, 7-Eleven is selling a new Thanksgiving sandwich with bread that's supposed to taste like stuffing. It's called the Thanksgiving Turkey Sub, coming with deli-style Butterball turkey, white cheddar cheese, cranberry mayonnaise, all on a sub-sandwich style roll that has a, quote, stuffing-flavored base. They're pre-made. They cost $5, and you can find them in the cold case at participating 7-Elevens for a limited time. Moments after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fell to the Washington football team 29-19 on the road Sunday, Coach Bruce Arians said his team, now 6-3 after 2 straight losses, has some soul searching to do, and he chided it for penalties and mental errors that continue to be costly. In other NFL action yesterday, Miami wins again. They were 22-10 over Baltimore. Also taking a win, New England beating Cleveland, and Philadelphia winning yesterday. Green Bay, so did Kansas City. News time coming up on 7:50, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
This newscast has been brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. $7:51 and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, how's it looking outside?
We are finding 3 accidents out on I-95 this morning. In Martin County, there is an accident at I-95 southbound in Palm City. This is at mile marker 104. No reported roadblock from that accident. To the north of it, let's go to Port St. Lucie, where there's an accident on I-95 northbound at mile marker 114, Port St. Lucie. No roadblock. And then to the north of that one, up in the Fort Pierce area, there's another vehicle crash. This is on I-95 southbound in Fort Pierce at mile marker 131. This one at the exit ramp, no roadblock. So yeah, 3 full accidents we're seeing out on our I-95 this morning. 53 in Port St. Lucie, and in Tudos, Santos, Mexico, it's 67. Here's more on the weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for a chill up along the Treasure Coast with morning lows starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly cloudy skies. Clearing skies throughout the morning with highs reaching the mid to upper 70s. Plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon with low humidity. Tomorrow morning, a touch warmer than this morning. We'll see morning lows in the upper 50s. Afternoon highs tomorrow reaching the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. And then by the end of the work week, our next front approaches, increasing rain chances through the end of the work week.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage.
If you have a show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:55 on the Get Up and Go show. And without further ado, Bonnie, if you'll do the honors, reach into that box. We're going to pick the name from the registration box of the last 2 days at the Stewart Air Show, who gets $40 worth of gift certificates from Ellie's Downtown Deli.
Oh, $40.
$40.
That's incredible. Incredibly nice. And with so many choices that you can choose from on the Ellie's Deli menu.
All right. Who is it? Is there a phone number on there?
Yes, there is.
Don't give the number out, but
Okay.
we're going to call them live on the radio this morning.
All right. We're going to call Chris Parrott.
Chris Parrott.
Of Stewart, Florida.
All right. Chris Parrott. Let's show me that number, Bonnie.
Yep,
if
Chris
you-
Parrott.
hold on one
And
second here.
yep, there's the phone number written right down, right nicely,
All right,
right
very
down
good.
there.
All right, so we're going to call Chris. Let's see here. Let's call Chris up and let Chris know that he is the winner of the Ellie's
Could be he or
Downtown
she,
Deli.
right?
Yeah, it could be he or a she.
Could be Chris or Christine.
Yes.
Let's find
See
out.
what we get here. Hopefully we don't wake Chris up. But then again, this is something to wake up nice to.
It very
right?
nice, like bright and
Mm.
shining.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we there's 3 rings. Okay. And 4 rings.
Or ringy dingy
4 ringy
dings.
dingies. Okay. Well, they're not answering. 5 rings. Wow. All right. We'll give them one more ring. Oh,
Please leave your message for.
it's probably going to give the number out, so I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want the number to go out over
Maybe
the air.
I wonder if we could leave him a message
Yeah, we
telling
will.
him that he won.
Yeah, let's see here.
Hi there.
Wait a minute. Let's see if it beeps. Oh, wait, the other line's ringing. Maybe that's them calling
Maybe
back.
he's calling us.
Maybe it's them calling us back.
Could it be Chris Parrott?
Hi, WSTU. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Is this Chris Parrott? Hello.
Hello?
Hi. You're on the air with us. Is this Chris Parrott?
Yeah, who's this?
Chris, this is Evan and Bonnie from WSTU. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good, man. You visited our booth at the Stewart Air Show over the weekend. And we just drew your name on the radio.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You are the winner of the $40 in Ellie's Downtown Deli gift certificates.
Yay! Yay!
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, you
I
didn't
gotta
answer.
say I've never won anything ever
Well,
on the
see,
radio before.
you didn't answer the phone when we called you, probably because you didn't recognize the number, and then you called it back, and lo and behold, there you go. You're a winner.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, did you have a good time at the air show?
I had an awesome time. My kids loved it. We had friends with us from the Keys.
Uh-huh.
They brought their kids up, but no, we had a blast. That was actually my first time ever going to the actual air show. I've always lived close by,
right,
and watched it from my yard and whatnot. But actually going there was pretty cool to have the experience to be able to see all the old airplanes and stuff like that, and being that close to it was really cool. And my kids, like I said, my kids had a blast.
And now treat them to some food from Ellie's Deli, Chris. They're gonna
Oh,
love.
I will.
Love all the fresh jumbo
Have you ever
wraps.
eaten down there at Ellie's Downtown Deli?
No, I have not. I've been by there. I've heard that it was really good,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't had the experience to stop in there and try it out.
Oh,
But now
man.
You're gonna be
I
in
will.
for.
Honey
Oh,
says,
it's so good.
decadence, 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 decadence is all I can say. Gourmet.
Awesome.
Big time. Well, listen, congratulations to you. You can come by and pick up the gift certificates a week. We're here between the hours. I know this is weird hours, but we're here between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. So if you wanna pop in any one of those days and come in the studio and come pick up your gift certificates, we will be here all week long.
Alrighty, I appreciate it.
Do you know where we're located at?
No, I do not.
Neither do I. No.
We never know where we are either.
Listen, I'm gonna place you on hold. Just stay on the phone, and I'll be with you. We're going into news, so I'll pick up the phone here in just a minute. So hold on the line, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. All right, folks, there you go. That's the winner, Chris Parrott.
Chris Parrott.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Wow.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Congratulations to you. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is hour number 3 for you and me.
How much have you had to drink today?
Let me see. I just had a glass of orange juice.
I have a question for you.
All right. What's your question, Dr. Phil?
You've been up all night drinking?
No, drinking orange juice. That's about it. That's all I drink. I don't drink alcohol. You should know that. It's 8:07. Mr. Clock, would you certify?
It's now 8:07 a.m.
8:07 a.m. on the Get Up and Go show. And normally at this time, Dr. John Millay joins us from the Martin County school system, but he is yet to, he has not logged into our Zoom session yet.
Maybe he had some children or some kids in the Martin County School District to attend to this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some parents, maybe duty called,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe he just forgot about us too, Evan.
Oh, no. That's just not unheard of. He
Because,
cannot forget about us.
Of course, we did not forget about Dr. Millay.
We never do.
But maybe he'll call in the middle of this episode.
I hope so, because I'm monitoring the room here.
Yeah.
I hope he does, because I really enjoy having him on the show each and every week.
Have you been naughty or nice this year?
A little bit of both.
Because we come into the
More nice than naughty.
as we get closer to the holidays, more
Mhm.
nice than naughty. That is good, because 1 in 4 adults say they belong on Santa's naughty list this year.
Really?
Do you? And you don't think that you do? 80% think they deserve gifts anyway for it. And
Okay.
74% of people say they'll probably buy themselves at least one gift this year.
Okay.
Are you going to buy a gift for yourself?
I do that all year. I just spent like $1,300 on new speakers.
Oh yeah, and you just bought a scooter not too long ago.
Motorcycle.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I go off topic for a minute, just for 30 seconds?
Oh, what do you got?
Your hair looks really nice today.
Thank you.
I just wanted to tell you that.
I'm using the what did I buy? I bought a better shampoo, and it's not Pantene. What the heck did I buy? It's not L'Oreal either. It's
It just has a sheen to it.
yeah. I think it's the whole blend.
Nice today.
Whole blends that I've been buying.
Okay.
Actually, I found some at the flea market. You know,
Oh.
like where it's usually $4 or $5 a bottle for the
Right.
whole blends by Garnier.
Uh-huh.
At the flea market, they were selling this product for $1 a bottle at a
Mhm.
booth that I went to.
Mhm.
So I bought, a few of them with the conditioner. That's why I'm sporting better hair.
Ah. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. I guess I should check my email. Maybe they may have sent an email that said that he wasn't going to make it or something. Let me look here. No, I just have the one email that comes from Jennifer DeShazo. Says, here's the talking points for November 15th. They're attached and ready to go. So I guess he must be busy. He must have gotten called into a meeting or something.
Yeah, he probably did. Mm-hmm.
For sure. So anyway, we get to fill time.
Yes,
It's
we
called
do.
it's called ad-libbing this morning.
You know how Rachel, it looks like Rachel does good deeds for, this is your wife, by the way.
Mhm.
She does good deeds for other people in the workplace.
Right.
Like she brings coffee now and then.
Mhm.
And 92% of people say that doing good deeds makes them happier. And one of those good deeds is buying coffee for a coworker.
Really?
Yeah, just like a good deed that you can do, and to make yourself happy and hopeful throughout the day.
Wow. Okay. Very nice.
Helping a friend, family member, or coworker with a task
Wow.
is another deed that you can do that you'll feel good about.
Mhm.
Paying for someone's meal, which you have done in the past.
I love doing things like that. And I almost did it. I almost did it again when I was out to dinner for Rachel, but the people beat me to the punch.
Oh, really?
Yes, we went to
Yeah.
I was craving pizza over the weekend. So we went to this place called Blaze Pizza, where
And you
it's
said they're kind of like Mod out in
Yes,
Port St. Lucie.
almost identical to Mod.
Is
Just
it-
two different
And
places.
the pizza kind of tastes the same.
Tastes the same. Very good.
'Cause
Just as good.
I like it. I like
just
the pizza.
just as good. So we were in there was an older couple in front of us, and they ordered their food, and the guy went to pay with it, and I couldn't get. Rachel had my wallet in in her bag, and
Yeah.
I couldn't get my credit card out in time. I was going to pay for their food.
Oh,
I
really?
just felt compelled to do that.
Yeah, that's a nice gesture to do,
Yeah.
like every once in a
Yeah,
while.
I love doing things like that. I
Mhm.
really do.
People, it goes a long way. People will remember that for like a really long
Mhm.
time, say like forever. Because
Mhm.
I remember too when I was in Madison, Wisconsin,
Mhm.
and I was in my blue Firebird
Mhm.
going through the drive-through of a
Mhm.
McDonald's at the time.
Mhm.
Gentleman right in front of me said, I'll get lunch for this young lady. Had
Mhm.
not known until I pull up and I got my order. They
Mhm.
said the gentleman ahead of you paid for your lunch.
Oh, remember when I was in Cracker Barrel a couple of months ago? I told you I bought everybody in the restaurant breakfast. That
Yeah.
was in the whole section.
Oh, right.
There was like probably 20 or 30 people there,
And
and
you
I just paid for all their breakfast.
Stayed anonymous
Yeah,
at the time.
I did. I stayed
Yeah.
anonymous. I asked the waitress, I says, please bring me everybody's check.
Wow.
And I want to pay for everybody's breakfast.
Yeah.
I just felt compelled to do that.
It's
I
just-
like doing things like
And
that.
that is like one of the little things that you can do that makes someone feel good, makes yourself feel good. Give someone a compliment today.
Mhm. Like I just did you.
Compliments are always good. Yeah,
Mhm.
me with the hair.
Mhm.
So something's going right.
Well, it always is.
Helping someone carry groceries or something else that's heavy
Mhm.
is also another good thing that you
Mhm.
can do. And
Mhm.
the poll found that 3 in 4 people believe that if they do something nice for someone, that person will usually pay it forward in one way or another.
All the time. I've seen things happen in drive-throughs at fast food restaurants where somebody will buy the person's lunch behind them, and then that person will pay for the lunch behind them, and it's like sets off a chain reaction.
Yeah.
And it's lasted for it's gone on for hours like that.
I think we need more of a positive chain reaction like that because there's
Right.
so much negative going on lately and
Mhm.
all of the negative things that you do see.
Mhm.
So I think doing positive things and giving a positive vibe and sending that out, send out the good vibes
Mhm.
and be happy that you're skilled and coming to work on a
Mhm.
Monday.
Bonnie, let me ask you a question. Do you have off topic here again? I'm sorry, I'm just going all over the board. Do you have a regular dentist that you see? I do. Do you have one?
A regular.
Just a regular dentist or somebody you use?
I kind of go back and forth. And
Okay.
the last time I went over to the Happy Smiles in Port
Okay.
St. Lucie.
Okay. Well, I have a list here of the top 5 signs that you've picked the wrong dentist to go to.
Oh no.
The wrong dentist.
Ooh.
Top 5 signs. Coming in at number 5, the dentist likes to use silly putty for your fillings. Yeah. Silly putty for fillings.
It might work better than the real deal because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes those fillings happen to come out.
Mm-hmm. Coming in at number 4, since the dentist is fond of the outdoors, he prefers to use his garden tools while he's working on your mouth.
Yikes.
Yes.
Yikes.
Coming in at number 3, the dentist asks you to rinse and then just spit right on him. Yeah, that's not good.
Or on the dental assistant.
Mhm. Coming in at number 2, the dentist offers accidental death insurance with every single checkup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And coming in at number 1, there's a huge sign in the lobby that says, quote, Novocaine is for sissies. Yes, Novocaine is for sissies.
Novocaine, the Novocaine shots are
Yes,
what?
the Novocaine shots are
Ooh,
for sissies.
I would rather get that gas any day than a Novocaine.
And speaking of no Novocaine is needed because this man is never a pain to us, even though he's a little late. That's okay. It's Dr. John Millay, the superintendent of the Martin County school system. Oh, better late than never, they say, right?
Better late than never. Hey, good things come to those who wait.
This is true. Where were you?
I
We got
apologize.
nervous.
I know, and I'm sorry. I meet with the board chair typically Monday mornings. We had good discussions. We're talking through, and time flew. Just had some issues taken care of. But good morning to you all and to Martin County.
That's all right, because a day without Dr. Millay is like a day without sunshine around here.
It was giving us tooth decay.
Yeah, exactly.
That made me feel good. It's like when I'm ever feeling down, I'm gonna come over and talk to you all.
You're always welcome here, John. We love you so much. You're part of the family.
Thank you. That's what it takes. Relationships.
It is. It really is. It's such a great relationship that we do have with you and the entire school board system. Let's get right into our topics. One that I see that interests me, and I want to hear your thoughts on this. There's a law passed earlier this year that requires Florida school districts to provide 9th and 11th graders with basic training in first aid, including CPR as well. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's the legislature passed that. It's called Chapter 1003.4533, Florida statute now, and we're required to provide basic training in first aid, including CPR, for all students in grade 9th and 11th. Instruction in the use of cardiopulmonary resuscitation must be based on a nationally recognized program that uses the most current evidence-based guidelines. So we'll do some of that ourselves, and we may contract some with a vendor as needed. But we developed a training schedule to make sure all of our freshmen and juniors receive this required instruction, and it'll take place at all the high schools as well as Spectrum in early December, which is right around the corner. And we'll share additional details with the families in the coming weeks. So December is right around the corner.
Very nice, very nice. You have a special board meeting scheduled for, looks like tomorrow at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, the regular board meeting, actually. I may have marked it special on the sheet, but it's at 4:00. I don't think there's anything remarkable. We will take care of normal November business. We'll be talking about our ARP funds. So that's an important, the American Rescue Plan. That's posted, the information about that is posted on our agenda, it's posted on our website. So any members of the community that have questions, that have like to comment our plan, they can view our plan on the go to board docs, look at the agenda, click down on the ARP discussion, and they can look at our instructional continuity plan. Both of those things kind of go together. And it's a plan of about approximately $27 million over the next 3 years that the government has invested in our share, and it's going to be a lot of programs and services for our students. We want to make sure everyone that may have gotten behind gets caught up. And but if they'd like to comment on our plan, any group, any parent, any agency, students, they can comment, look at our plan online.
Very nice, very nice. Also, interim reports are coming out for grades 6 through 12.
Yes, parents, in case your child didn't tell you, sometimes teens don't always tell parents what they need to hear, but you've heard it from me and Evan and Bonnie. Check those interim reports for their students in grades 6 through 12. That's today. We encourage all our parents to view their child's grades and their attendance records in the Focus Parent Portal. We've had several hundred that have signed up more and more and more. And we just encourage parents, once you learn how to log into Focus, you can click right on your child. You'll see their attendance. You can see their grades. If there's just quite a bit of information that they could look at. And once you do it, it stays the same. So if you learn as a 3rd grader, you can see it as a 6th grader, all through high school to keep up with your child. So instructions for claiming Focus Parents accounts are also available on the website, martinschools.org.
I thought that was a very cool feature in the St. Lucie County system, where we were able to follow Gavin all the way through kindergarten, all the way right through 12th grade, where you just, like you said, it's so easy. Once you're registered, that's the hardest thing, is to just get it set up. But once it's set up, it's kind of like you set it and forget it, and that's it.
Usually the way it goes, things are hard to get at, things are hard to set up and, organize. But once it is, you're in heaven.
I tell you, it's one of the best features that are out there for the parents, and it's such a great tool, Bonnie, for parents to keep tabs on their kids all the way through their elementary, their middle school, their high school years, because everything is right there, and the kids can't try to get out of anything or tell you that white lie like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do this, or I didn't know I was supposed to do that.
Not like the olden days when you could rip up your report card before you got home and go back to tell your teacher, can we start over again?
Exactly.
Can I take a different
one? Now
one?
you could go and log in and look, and most of the time kids don't always tell you, because they're always afraid they'll get in a little trouble. No one wants to be in trouble. They don't want controversy. Adults understand that. Another great thing for our families and interested members of the community are encouraged to visit our website and download our new mobile app, which is fantastic. If you had our old one, you're going to really, really like the new one. It's much, much better. But that keeps you up with all the latest events and happenings. We have several upcoming for the holidays: theatrical productions, recognition events, college planning webinars, family information, and just a simple lunch menu. It's so easy. That app, the new app, if you go to the Google App Play Store or the Apple Store, Martin Schools Florida FL, Martin County Schools Florida FL, and it's just easy. It's clear, takes you right to things, so parents will like it.
Very nice, very nice. It's Dr. John Millay. He is the superintendent for the Martin County school system. He joins us each and every Monday at this time. John, always our pleasure, and we love having you on. And you know, we hear so many great things about such a great job you're doing with the school system, and it's just a complete turnaround ever since you've been there. And we wish you the best of luck going forward each and every day. You're doing such a good job with everybody.
Well, thank you. We have a great teamwork to make it all work.
That's
So
what
thank
it's
you
all. That's what it's all about, John. We'll talk to you real soon. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right,
Thanks.
take care now. Bye-bye now. It's time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,865.60 an ounce, and silver opening up $25.15 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. $8:23 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Take it away, Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. Approximately 60,000 people were expected to attend the Stewart Air Show at Witham Field before it ended Sunday night, but stunts and demos weren't the only draw. Military recruitment was also big this year. WPTV's Arthur Mondale with the story.
Because the war ended just as I got out of medical school, so I had to build my own Air Force.
And he did. Louis Vallar is the owner of a restored Boeing Stearman, an 80-year-old plane and one of 4 military aircraft that's part of his family's aerial arsenal.
But it was training the naval aviators that went to war.
Aerial roots in this family go deep.
I basically came out of the womb and they handed me a wrench, so.
These Stewart residents say air shows are vital to recruitment and national security.
One of those kids is going to be the one that's going to keep this going.
I think it might be even more important than the monetary gain in this entire event.
And Carter already has his sights set on the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland.
That was one of my dreams and still is at the moment. I want to go to the Annapolis Naval Aviator.
In honor of the people who made the dream a reality, all veterans, active duty, and their spouses pay only $5 to attend this year's performances. General admission is $30.
It is. It's pretty cool, yeah.
There's also more war reenactments, static displays, and demos, both in the air.
Planes just inspire everybody.
And on the ground. One thing that remains the same this year is the fundraising element. Tens of thousands will be donated to area nonprofits and organizations, part of the air show's commitment to service. Who are these youth?
That's the future. These guys will, be the sailors and the aviators of the future.
If you missed the air show on Saturday, no worries. It's the exact same schedule on Sunday, from the flights to the demos. In Stewart, Arthur Mondale, WPTV News Channel 5.
The mayor of Houston took to Twitter late Sunday to mourn the death of a 9-year-old boy who suffered serious injuries while attending the Astro World Music Festival earlier this month in the city. Ezra Blunt, who lived in Dallas, had been placed in a medically induced coma after suffering severe damage to vital organs after he was kicked, stepped on, and trampled during a crowd surge on November 5. According to a lawsuit filed on behalf of his family, Ben Crump, the family's lawyer, said the boy died Sunday at Texas Children's Hospital in Houston. A caravan was underway Sunday in South Florida in support of Cuban people. The event was planned by the Assembly of the Cuban Resistance, in which a caravan took to the streets of South Florida to support the upcoming demonstrations in Cuba. The caravan started at the Cuban Memorial in Tamiami Park and plans to travel to the Freedom Tower in downtown Miami. Some say they are doing it because they want the people of Cuba to know that they support them in the peaceful struggle for freedom. Pro-democracy activists say they plan to hold public protests in Cuba on Monday to protest on for greater freedom of expression. Researchers say they have uncovered the names of 102 Native American students who died at a federally operated boarding school in Nebraska. The Omaha World Herald reports that the discovery comes as ground-penetrating radar has been used in recent weeks to search for a cemetery once used by the school that operated in Genoa from 1884 to 1934. So far, no graves have been found. Dark history of abuses at the Genoa school is now the subject of a nationwide investigation. And lastly, Taylor Swift's fans know how to look for careful clues and Easter eggs in her lyrics and music videos, so anticipation was high as the pop star dropped a short film going deeper into her romantic life on a fan favorite song. The All Too Well, the short film, which premiered Friday night, has fans enthralled with her new version Red, originally released in 2012. Swift has been recording her first 6 albums because her masters were sold by her prior label, and she wanted to create new masters that she could own herself. Red, Taylor's version, was released Friday with an expanded 30 total songs. Coach Charlie Wilson's IRC Pioneers concluded an amazing sweep in the St. Petersburg shootout with a huge last-minute upset victory over nationally ranked Northwest Florida, 79-75. Now, the Pioneers were down by as much as 17 points to the Raiders. They never. AJ led IRSC Pioneers with 19. Tyree Bryan and Kyle Fire added 14 for IRSC, who wound up pouring in 11 three-pointers. The Pioneers won the Friday opener over 2-75. Benji Pierre muscled in 24 with AJ adding 21. IRSC hits the road now on Wednesday in Daytona, 7 o'clock on WPSL. The Polk Eagles fly into Fort Pierce Saturday at 2. News time 8:29 with weather and traffic together next.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:32 on the Get Up and Go Show for me and you this morning. And without further ado, with the Monday Morning Space Report, here he is, Captain Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, but you know that it was back in 1973 that John Mankey flew the X-24B, a forerunner of the Space Shuttle. The vehicle was carried under the wing of a B-52 bomber and then was released at a high altitude, 45,000 feet, and the engines kicked on for the first time, giving them an idea of how a vehicle such as the Space Shuttle will fly in the future. On this date in 1988, Russia launched its Bjorn Space Shuttle. Yep, this was the first time and the only time that the Bjorn shuttle flew for Russia. In this case, it was the Soviet Union at the time, and the vehicle was launched, made one orbit of the Earth autonomously with nobody on board, and then landed successfully at a runway. However, Russia said that the cost of launching these vehicles was too heavy to be sustained, and as a result, they canceled the Bjorn project. There were two shuttles that were put together, and amazingly, they looked exactly like, or pretty close, to the American space shuttles. And then in 1990, NASA launched its STS-38 mission that took them to the International Space Station, and it was a Defense Department mission, so we did not know much about what went on. We're very sorry to report this morning that a major New York tech company founder who flew with William Shatner passed away in a New Jersey plane crash. Glenn M. DeVries, 49, of New York City, passed away along with Thomas P. Fisher when their aircraft, a Cessna 172, crashed in a wooded area in New York. He perished in that fire and the ensuing explosion that took place. He was one of the individuals who in October joined Shatner on a Blue Origins vehicle that took Chris Bershuskin, Company Secretary Audrey Powers, and Shatner on a suborbital flight. So we're sorry to report his untimely passing. The Hubble Space Telescope has been partially restored. Following a safe mode that the vehicle has been in, NASA was able to restore one of the telescope's lenses and are now able to start using it one more time in orbit. So while we may have some Hubble trouble, we're still able to use it to peer out into deep space. United Launch Alliance says that even though there was vehicle processing issues, they're now prepared to launch the Atlas V rocket on December the 4th. And that's the new target date for Atlas V to be launched on a Defense Department mission. SpaceX has tested all 6 Raptor engines in a static firing on the launch pad in Boca Chica, Texas. They, for the first time, fired up all of the Raptor engines, the same ones that would be used to carry the vehicle into orbit, on the launch pad, and had a very successful static firing. Next up will be to launch the Starship into Earth orbit and then recover the vehicle in the ocean off the coast of Hawaii. If everything goes well, this could happen before the end of the year. It'll be quite an accomplishment if SpaceX is able to do so. The propulsion system of an emergency rescue system has been delivered to the Baikonur Cosmodrome ahead of the launching of Mission 20 for Russia. Russia intends to launch in early December, around the 15th, additional astronauts to the space station. The astronauts will consist of Alexander Mirzurkin plus Yosuke Meziawa, president of Start Today Corporation, and Yozo Hirano, his personal assistant, into orbit for a 12-day mission. Russia seems ready to fly this mission next month, and we wish them well in their venture. 2 NASA astronauts will venture outside of the space station on Tuesday the 30th for a spacewalk to replace a faulty antenna. NASA will be explaining exactly what they'll do on their mission during a press conference on the 17th, as they get ready to have Thomas Marshburn and Caleb Barron exit the Quest airlock around 7:10 a.m. to place a spare module, which is on the station's truss now, on board to start using it. So if all goes well, we should have that spacewalk coming up in short order. Peter Dubrov changed the software in the Nyoka multi-purpose laboratory module before docking with the Progress spacecraft. You may recall that Russia has had problems with the Nyoka, but now they believe it's working properly. The launch of the Progress MUM cargo vehicle with the Preacher module is planned for the 24th of this month, with docking taking place on the 26th. It should become the last module that Russia will introduce into the ISS segment. SpaceX also, in the beginning of the weekend, deployed another 53 Starlink satellites after a highly successful mission from the Kennedy Space Center. The first stage was recovered on board one of the drone ships to be used. This has become a regular occurrence with SpaceX as they put satellites in orbit and then recover the first stage only to see it used again in order to save a considerable amount of money. RSC Energia has patented a suborbital spacecraft for manned flight. They intend to start having suborbital flight, not only the vehicle to go on a suborbital flight, but potentially have a space tourist have a high altitude from that vehicle. It should be interesting if it proves to be true, and they're able to start getting a revenue stream as a result of this happening for suborbital flight. Astra, which is a company hoping to launch a satellite out of Kodiak in Alaska, now had to bump the launch of that vehicle for 13th or 14th. They found that they were going to launch it those days, that they've had to have an extended delay, which now moves it out until the 18th. So you can see that just going into space is not a done deal because you say you want to go. There are many problems that can be endured with the first stage or any part of the rocket. Lastly today, we want to tell you that the Perseverance rover is back in operation at Jezero Crater, and we're starting to learn more about the rock composition on Mars. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about Snoopy, the astronaut, and his spacesuit, plus Russia getting more funds for interplanetary missions. So until then, have a great day. everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time, giving you the latest and greatest, all things pertaining to NASA. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie is standing by with some of the latest and greatest delectable treats for you for this holiday season.
Yeah, holiday season upon us, and Thanksgiving turkey dinner is here at Ellie's Deli, where you can find it. You can get a turkey dinner. It's only $25.95 per person and includes your sliced turkey, some white and dark meat. You can expect cranberry relish coming with this, gravy. You get 3 sides of your choice. Like you can order your green bean casserole, get your vanilla butter stuffing. Chef Mark makes the best stuffing, of course, baked sweet potato casserole, herb mashed potatoes, whatever your flavor, and you can always order extra sides onto that. The portion is great. When you get this for your Thanksgiving meal, you can get homemade pies, pumpkin, apple, or pecan. And call now, place your order at 772-781-6605, secured with a credit card, and you have to pick it up on Thanksgiving Day. Ellie's Downtown Deli has a full menu available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. They have a full-service deli with dining inside and out. Have them cater your next event. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Make it Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
8:43 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news brought to you by Coin. Bonnie, standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. State lawmakers meet in special session starting today, taking up the topics of vaccine and mask mandates. Democratic Representative Evan Jen expects a knockdown, drag-out partisan fight.
I would expect a lot of nastiness to come up, and it's going to be some highly controversial things.
Governor Ron DeSantis says no one should lose a job because of a jab. A California man died after diving off a boat to catch a football and landing in shallow water in the Florida Keys on Saturday, according to authorities. Witnesses told Monroe County Sheriff's officials that 46-year-old Liam John Daly took a diving leap into the water, but was face down and unresponsive when he resurfaced. The Sun-Sentinel reported that authorities met the pontoon boat back at the docks and transported the San Diego resident to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The mayor of Houston took to Twitter late Sunday to mourn the death of a 9-year-old boy who suffered serious injuries while attending the Astro World Music Festival earlier this month in the city. Ezra Blunt, who lived in Dallas, had been placed in a medically induced coma after suffering severe damage to vital organs after he was kicked, stepped on, and trampled during a crowd surge on November 5. According to a lawsuit filed on behalf of his family, Ben Crump, the family's lawyer, said the boy died on Sunday at Texas Children's Hospital in Houston. There's a sign of a troubled industry coming back to life in Florida. Yesterday, Carnival Cruise Line had its first departure from Port Tampa Bay since the pandemic started. The Carnival Pride set sail on a 7-day trip to the Caribbean with COVID safeguards in place. Chris Daughtry's 25-year-old daughter, Hannah, was found dead on Friday. There's no word on the cause of death, but police are calling it a homicide, and Hannah's boyfriend has been arrested. Chris has postponed his upcoming tour dates. And lastly, 7-Eleven is selling a new Thanksgiving sandwich with bread that's supposed to taste like stuffing, calling it the Thanksgiving Turkey Sub. Comes with deli-style Butterball turkey, white cheddar cheese, and cranberry mayo, all on a sub sandwich style roll that has a, quote, stuffing flavored base. Cost $5, and you can buy them in cold case at participating 7-Elevens for a limited time. sports in the NFL played another horrible defensive game Sunday in their 45-17 loss to the Buffalo Bills at MetLife Stadium. The Jets are now 2-7. In college football, Jordan Travis completed a 4th and 14 pass to Andrew Parchment, and 2 plays later ran it in from 1 yard out with 26 seconds to go as Florida State defeated Miami 31-28 on Saturday. News time is 8:47. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:48 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on?
We in St. Lucie County are seeing the one accident now. It's on I-95 northbound in Port St. Lucie, and this is at mile marker 114. Traffic getting through. There's not any roadblocks showing, and no other accidents to report at the moment. It looks like we had 2 more on I-95, but those ones have cleared. There's your latest look at traffic. We have 58 in Stewart. It's 56 Port St. Lucie now. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for a chilly morning up along the Treasure Coast. Lows starting off in the mid to upper 50s under mostly cloudy skies. Clearing skies throughout the morning with highs reaching the mid to upper 70s. Plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon with low humidity. Tomorrow morning, a touch warmer than this morning. We'll see morning lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Afternoon highs tomorrow reaching the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine with low rain chances. And then by the end of the work week, our next front approaches, increasing rain chances through the end of the work week.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bud.
Tonight on the Hallmark Channel, Christmas in a Small Town. He's a totally handsome and charming bachelor who is somehow still totally available. She's the super hot single girl just back from her big city job who just happens to be totally available. And find love? What are you, stupid? It's Christmas in a Small Town tonight on the Hallmark Channel.
Yes, the Hallmark Channel has officially started running their Christmas shows.
Yeah, and it's so ironic when they say that. Are they going to find love? No, I think when they're going to meet, they're going to touch hands, but there's not going to be any spark for the occasion.
Yeah,
but then you wouldn't have a story, now would you?
You got to show your man card, and you got to watch the Hallmark Channel. That's all I got to say. You have to. Does Gary watch it at all?
No, we don't.
No?
We don't watch that. Maybe we should try to watch one. But no, he's not going to join me in that occasion. He would say, "You're going to be by yourself watching this."
Okay.
and I don't watch those ones on Hallmark. I always look forward to seeing one like Scrooged.
Okay.
Like the classics. Maybe Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
And we do enjoy Bad Santa.
Oh, okay.
But we got to watch our channel because our young boy Jaden likes to get into that too. And
oh boy, that's not good.
And one day he was repeating something from Bad Santa, and we were wondering where is he getting that? Oh yeah.
Gee, I wonder where. You start to wonder these things that are going on.
Those Bad Santa movies, they're not for kids. Don't let your kids watch.
No.
No.
Definitely not. So what's on tap today? You have your usual Monday marathon. You got you're working both jobs today and the other place?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Gotta go, and I think I have 3 or 4 massages to do here in the
Yikes.
morning and
Okay.
On into afternoon.
Busy beaver. Well, it's the season. The snowbirds are here, right?
Yeah.
So you get busy at that time of the year, don't you?
Yeah, we're offering a new upgrade too at our massage where I'm at.
Really?
We have a CBD oil that we use.
Really?
So yeah, real CBD oil that we soak into your tired, your sore, your stiff muscles. And of course we use wet towels, like a nice hot wet towel with that. And you're able to take home the whole unit, the container of the CBD oil after your massage is done.
Wow.
So we've added that to the lineup. It's very excited. We're very excited to have the product.
Pretty interesting. Pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
And is there an extra charge for that?
there is.
Okay.
And I'm not going to go
No,
into
no,
that,
no,
but-
no. I don't
but,
want you to.
it's like the little amount of extra that you pay is so worth it to
Okay.
get the CBD oil rubbed
Okay.
into your
That's
stiff
nothing wrong with that.
muscles. Hey, I wanted to mention this since I do love cats so much and kitties.
Of course.
There's a cool thing that happened. There was a black cat that went missing in Pennsylvania in August,
Mhm.
and it just turned up at a shelter in New York, 200 miles away from its home.
Really?
Nobody knows how it got there. And of course, the owners didn't believe it either. This cat is 200 miles away.
What?
But a microchip did say that it was their cat Dagger.
Mhm.
And they drove the 200 miles to the shelter,
Mhm.
expecting it to be some sort of mix up.
Mhm.
But now they say it's definitely their cat.
Wow. Well, there you go. There's the cat.
200 miles away from home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. That's a nice, heartwarming story there.
It is. And we've heard the
Like that.
stories too where, dogs have strayed away from their homes, like maybe gone some, very far away, far distances. And then all of a sudden, one day the dog shows up at your doorstep
Mhm.
and maybe you never knew that or expected that animal to even come home.
That's crazy.
It is. It's really.
That's that. I wonder if a pet, if you took a pet somewhere, like a couple miles away from your house, and for some reason it ran off into the woods, and would it know to get home? Could
Yeah.
it figure it out? Are they that smart?
I think they really are, Evan.
Mhm.
I think there's something in their instincts that, somehow they tend to get home.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that they could. I
Wow.
remember before the woods, lately they're just plowing down every single woods. And we used to have a wooded area in our
Mhm.
backyard.
Do you have new homes going up in your area?
Yeah.
Like a dime a dozen,
All
literally?
the time. All
I
the
have
time.
gotten, in the last week, I have felt my house shake more times than there are aspirin in a bottle
Yeah.
of aspirin, because they're grading the land. And when they bring these big steamrollers in, it literally shakes the ground. The whole ground vibrates.
I know.
And every time I turn around, I'm hearing clanging and banging. And I mean, they just
It's a big
cleared.
operation.
Yeah, they just cleared another piece of land
Mhm.
right around the corner from me. There must be like 10 houses going up within a 4-block radius of where I live.
They're going all over the place. And I see even Zillow has gotten involved with the Port St. Lucie area. There's
Mhm.
at least 10, some or more, maybe 15 homes that are now on Zillow that if
Mhm.
you're looking to, maybe you're looking to downgrade a little bit
Mhm.
and rebuy.
Here's the
There's
thing.
homes popping up on Zillow too.
Here's the thing. I Zillowed my house the other day. Just
Yeah.
I wanted to see what it was worth.
Sure.
And it's darn near close to $500,000.
It's amazing the
Okay,
prices that are
but
going up. Yeah.
here's the problem. Okay, I only owe just over $100,000 on my mortgage.
There you go.
So if I sell my house, I make like a $350,000 profit after I pay the realtor their fee.
Mhm.
But now I've made $350,000 for me to go buy something new.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you go on Zillow
It's
right now,
expensive.
if you wanted to do a downgrade from that,
Yeah.
you could probably buy a home. I've seen the homes in the $200,000,
Brand
$215,000 range. Not brand new.
Yeah, see,
but
I
if you
want to buy
wanna-
something new.
Well, of course you're going to
Yeah.
have to expect to pay
Yeah,
more then.
of course.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
100%, 150%.
But I mean, if you want to downsell or
Yeah.
maybe have
Yeah.
your home just bought outright,
Mhm.
you could do that.
Yeah,
by,
exactly.
getting in maybe a smaller
We're
house.
not real estate agents, folks, so we're not giving you advice. We're just voicing our opinions.
Just information we found
Yeah.
out on Zillow
Yeah,
today.
that's all. That's all. Just small talk. Anyway, hey, listen, that's a wrap for us. We're out of here. Remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Make it a remarkable Monday.
Have a great day, folks, and we'll see you right back here at 21 hours, WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station.